Welcome back to Cables in 4K. Today we're going to take a look at NiceHCK SpaceCloud. And kind of before we get into that, let's talk about pricing and how much this thing actually costs. And so first, I actually bought mine at KR Hi-Fi, which is a newish store. And I don't know, maybe about a month ago, they ran a bunch of promos on SpaceCloud, and I hounded them for about a couple weeks, because they ran a series of promotions, and each one started out at, originally this thing sells for about $200, $190. Then they ran promotions where it hit about $99. Then it was $79, and then $59, and then finally I ended up at $39 actually buying it. So if you look on AliExpress today, KR Hi-Fi has it for $165. $156, which is actually a good price compared to every other store, which is about $190. But never in a million years would I pay $199 for this thing. Even $99, I would never pay that much money for that cable. And to be fair, this is sort of a NiceHCK edition, and all three of these cables were essentially $150 or $200 at some point in time, and I essentially paid the same price for each one of these cables. So $38, and I think I paid $38 or $39 for each of these as well. So that's a target price. Anytime I see a NiceHCK come out at about $200, it's really a waiting game to see when it will drop. So that being said, never buy them at full price. Never buy them at their first discounted price. Just sit there and watch it. It'll eventually drop down to possibly a reasonable price. So this is SpaceCloud, and what you're really paying for is this almost pearlescent metallic coating on the wire, and it's actually really cool, and especially under this type of lighting, it catches the light really well, and it's a bit shiny. It's not like any other cable. Even if we look at the graphene cable, DarkJade next to it, DarkJade is a fantastic looking cable, but it doesn't quite have the shine and luster that SpaceCloud does. But as I said, you're paying, just an enormous amount of money for this cool coating. And it does have pretty fantastic materials. I think it's 7N, that's 6N silver plated, so it's a 6N SPC, and there's a 7N OCC, and the two are braided together into an 8-core. And so kind of nice materials, but those aren't $200 materials. Those are, especially in this 8-core size, that's kind of a lot of money for that many ends. And yeah, it's kind of a lot of ends. 6 and 7 is up there as far as reasonable consumer budget cables. But wow, you're paying a whole lot of money for this special look. So do take that into consideration if you think they're charging a ton of money because the materials are special. GoldenFall, which is Furukawa copper, is actually the special material one. Graphene special. I think these two fit that bill as opposed to this, where you're essentially just paying for this outstanding looking cable. So if you're planning on buying it because it's the flagship and you think it sounds better than every other NiceHCK, probably not. It's just a fantastic looking cable is what I would leave it at. But that being said, it is looking, and maybe if I could untangle it, so 8 cores is what the size is. If we look at it compared to GoldenFall, which is a 4-core, a thicker 4-core. So the two side by side look like this. So you can kind of see, why does GoldenFall actually cost a whole lot of money? It's because these thicker 4 cores actually cost more money to produce than the smaller 8 cores. This coating probably costs a whole lot of money more than this special, which is essentially gold and silver, or gold-plated Furukawa copper with silver-plated Furukawa copper in a nice braid pattern. But so a tad bit thinner. I think on the widest side of GoldenFall is probably thicker than the 8-core of SpaceCloud, but quite close. And if we look at it compared to DarkJade, I think it should be about, DarkJade is also an 8-core, so it should be about roughly the same, and you can kind of see that as well. They are pretty close to the same, and both outstanding looking cables as well. So if you're in the market for good looking cables, either one of these is a unique piece to have in your collection, except that DarkJade, since it's been out for a little while, is more affordable, especially if you're into XINHS version, is even more affordable. There's also a generic version of GoldenFall, so you can get that one a little cheaper as well. And being the new flagship, this one is still quite expensive, but eventually it will drop in price like the rest of them. And but right now it's just insanely expensive, so it's really hard to even consider recommending this cable at the current prices. Even at the discount price of it, $150, that's about $100 too much to pay for this cable, despite how good it looks. So that's it. That is a quick run through of SpaceCloud and DarkJade and GoldenFall. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.